Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope everyone is doing well. Thank y'all so much for being here. I'm seeing that little bit of a lag, so I'm going to hold off here for a minute until I see myself come on. There we go. Well, hey everyone. I hope everyone's doing well and everybody's feeling good today. I am still recouping a little bit, but I'm doing fantastic from my procedure last Friday. And yeah, there I am, Marlene. How about that? I usually try to hold off before I make myself visible because I want to make sure everyone is showing up and everybody can hear me good. Oh, it's hot and humid, Connie. I'm telling you what, you don't know nothing. You should live down here in the South. Oh, good, Brian. Thank you. I'm glad everybody can see and hear me. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm so excited to be here today. I have not been active this week. To be perfectly honest, I have been sleeping a lot, and they didn't order me pain meds, and they gave me a relaxer, sort of like a tranquilizer, to take the morning of the procedure, and then I took one that night just to help me sleep because I was a little uncomfortable, and I hadn't taken anything since then other than my regular meds, and I did take some ibuprofen and Tylenol one day. But other than that, I have been sleeping. I slept just about all day Friday after the procedure. I slept most of the day Saturday, on and off Sunday. In fact, I missed my church service, and y'all know I share my church service with y'all every week, and I totally missed the church service Sunday. Monday was again a day where I just fought sleep. I tried my best to come in and get something done here on my channel, and that didn't work out for me. So I was fit to be tied. But anyway, I want to say hello to a few people. I already mentioned Marlene, so hey Marlene again. Brian, thank you so much for being here. Kathy, it's good to see you. And Connie, I'm so glad you got your card and you liked it. And I did check the status. Your order should be there, I believe, either today or tomorrow. So I am... Oh, I know. Michigan doesn't get that many hot days because my son lives in Michigan, and also Alicia lives in Michigan. So I have several of my people that are in Michigan, but I'm in the deep part of, I'm actually about 7 miles from the South Carolina line, more over in the western part of North Carolina. I'm not too far from Asheville, but it's further for me to go to the Outer Banks than it is for me to go to Myrtle Beach. That's how close I am to South Carolina. But so I am in the deep South, or what I consider the South. But I'm not complaining because I don't like cold weather. I do love to see a snow, and they're getting very scarce here in North Carolina. If we get a good snow, it's a rarity. But anyway, I want to make sure that I do mention people that I see that have come in and welcome you. Jennifer Real. You know, I have been pronouncing your name Real, but when you pronounced it to me over the phone this week, you said Real. So is Real or Real? So Real as in 1 or Real as in 2. Just give me the number, and then that way from now on I'll try to pronounce your name right. My son is in Jackson, Connie. He's in, if y'all see me looking down, it's like I told you, I've got my tablet here where I can see myself in real time, and that's what I'm trying to do. So it is Real, not real, but Real. Marlene, you did not torture me, because I'm here to tell you, this one I did, And I absolutely loved this card after I conquered it. And if you noticed, I did that little piece on the top of yours right here that wasn't even called for in the original description. But I liked it so much, I did it to cover up my boo-boo on yours. But when I remade this one, I love that piece in there so much. I actually put it in as a part of my own design of this card, and I love it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, Jennifer, from now on, you will be real and not real. But you're definitely a real Jennifer. But anyway, this card, you did not torture me, Marlene. Thank you so much for suggesting. And anyone else that sees a card that they would like to see my take on, please, please, please send me the link to the person that did it. You can email it to me, or you can text it to me, or you can send it to me via the Facebook Messenger. Either way will work for me. So I am just absolutely thrilled to be here with y'all today. Thank y'all so much for your prayers, your concern, all of the messages I got. The procedure was not, it was an in-office procedure, so I don't even call it surgery. It was, the worst of it was the numbing. They numbed me from my inner groin all the way down, I would say probably 6 inches below my knee. So there was lots of sticks that felt like bee stings. Y'all know when you get Novocaine in your mouth. This was quite different because I think the tenderness of your inner thigh just really made it very uncomfortable. Hey Margie, how are you? Hey Alicia, good to see you. But I'm doing well. Once I was able to get the bandage off, I had to leave everything bandaged up for 48 hours before I could shower, which was just one day without a shower because I took a really nice hot bath Friday morning before I went, and I had to wait until Sunday. But for me, it felt like I had to wait a week before I could bathe. But that's because I'm used to, you know, showering or bathing every day, so that one day was a little bit miserable for me, but I suffered through it and got my shower Sunday, and I can't take a bath, which anyone that knows me knows I love a good hot soak, and I can't do that. So I'll find out what I can and can't do. I am still having to wear the support stocking, and it's a thigh high. It goes all the way up to my upper thigh, all the way down my foot, and of course my toes are out, thank goodness, so I can wear my flip-flops because I'm a flip-flop kind of girl. I live in them 24/7. Jennifer can attest to that. I even have toe socks, so I wear them in the wintertime. Jennifer tells me I'm not going anywhere with you with toe socks on, but I told her yes she will because she loves me. Anyway, I'm going to flip y'all over so we can get to what we're going to do today. Enough of chit-chatting, and let's get to some. So do y'all want the craft table with me or just the craft table? Hey Rita, how are you? Good to see you. So I am always so glad when I get a good amount of people to show up. If you haven't already hit that little thumbs up button and you like what I do and the crafting that I show y'all how to do, please hit that thumbs up, and that helps all those people out there in the YouTube world know that I've got people that like what I do, so it helps them to okay, y'all like seeing me? Okay, let's go ahead and do the craft table with me in the corner then. So here we go. All right, y'all. Hey Tina, good to see you too, sweetie. I am so happy that all of my peeps are showing up today. That makes me so happy. All right, what we're going to do today, I got to show you first what we're going to be working with, and I should have kept this to the page, and I didn't. Bad me. Oh well. Y'all know I am never as organized as I would like to be, but that's all right. We'll get there. Let me see if I can find it again. Bear with me, bear with me. You know, when you're looking for something, oh, there it is. It's on page 62. Ta-da! This is what we're going to be working with today. And it's called Ringed with Nature. And if you notice, it's got a beautiful little tree ring. So it's like you've got this these rings that you can do with the trees. Now, I like to do this with my dies. This is what the dies look like. And I love the fact that when you cut the dies out, you can do the rings. And if you use, this is a hybrid set, so if you use this die with the embossing folder, not only does it cut your rings, it embosses them as well. And you might want to know what that looks like. Well, here's a prototype card that I did. This one we're going to make today, but we're going to make it where it's sized right, and it's going to look a little bit more even than this. But this is the card that we're going to be doing today. Isn't that cute? Do you see the embossing, how detailed that embossing is? And it cuts that all out and embosses it all in one shot by using this die in your embossing folder. And Stampin' Up! Calls these hybrids. When you can emboss and cut at the same time, it's called a hybrid. So what you do in a case like this, when you put this in, you will feel it it doesn't lock in, but it does go into the groove where it doesn't move when you push on it like this. So it's in there. And what we're going to do, I'm going to grab another piece, and I might just grab a piece of let's just grab a piece of cardstock. You know, I should show y'all what I was going to give away before we got started, shouldn't I? Let me show y'all that real quick. Our prize for today is going to be a pack of paper. And if y'all remember this from the mini catalog, I think this one it just ended. The New Horizons, it's that beautiful pack of paper that has all of those horizons with the beautiful sea and land and skies. It is a beautiful pack of paper. That's going to be our main prize patrol for today. And then I also have this card that I made that just says, "Love you, friend." And when you open it, it opens up like this. It's sort of like an envelope card. May the good you do come back to you. So I'm going to be giving away this card, and it's got some detail on it. And I think this is a beautiful card. So that's going to be one. And then we're also going to give away the card that I'm doing today. So that's going to be, if you notice, I'm not giving away my Christmas cards, and there's a reason for that. The Christmas cards that I make between now and Christmas are the Christmas cards that I give out. So I usually keep my Christmas cards. That might be a little selfish on my part, and maybe what I might do is start doing a double on my Christmas cards so I can give some away as well. Yes, the paper is so cute, and it is a free pack of oh, you're talking about this paper. Yes, that paper is cool, but let me show you the paper that I'm featuring today with this particular set. Is called Rings of Love, and this is a free pack of paper, and y'all can see I have loved this paper a lot. Look how I've cut this paper up. I've cut stuff out of it. I have cut it down and used it. Of course, I've got another pack back here. In fact, I have several packs, so I will probably be giving away some of that paper, but I can't do it until the celebration is over. That's just one of Stampin' Up's little stipulations, and I do try to go by the rules. Sometimes the rules are hard, but hey, you know how it is. I don't want to get in trouble with the Stampin' Up police, so therefore, but this is the free pack of paper. It's a nice big 12 by 12 pack. You get it absolutely free with a $50 purchase. It's not hard to make a $50 purchase with Stampin' Up. This particular bundle is $53, so you get the stamp set, the embossing folder, and the dies for $53. That is really a good buy, and with that $53 purchase, you'll get the paper free. So you will get paper, embossing folder, the set of dies, and the stamp set, all for $53. I mean, that is a bargain at any price. All right, I'm going to move catalogs out of my way because I want to concentrate. I'm going to move this paper out of the way. I want to concentrate. Do what? Oh, Jennifer's saying I need to zoom out a little bit. I need to straighten my camera is what I need to do. Let's see if that's a little bit better. Is that better, Jennifer? All right, I'm going to zoom out just a hair. Jennifer's saying I need to zoom out. Maybe about like that. I'm going to go over here and grab a piece. And Jennifer's telling me that that looks a lot better. So I think I just needed to straighten up my camera, to be perfectly honest with y'all. I think my camera was just a little bit on the crooked side. I'm going to take a piece of crumb cake. On my card, I plan on using Early Espresso, but I'm just going to do this to show y'all that I'm going to lay that over top. I'm going to try to use my line here. You know, the embossing folders have a registration line where you can line everything up. But I want to try to get the top of that die. That's why this one was a little bit off size, is because I put a piece of paper in here that was the full length to get all of these pieces. That did not work. That did not work for me. So what I'm going to do is this, and let me move my prizes over here. And Jennifer, y'all make sure you let Jennifer know if you want to be in the drawing. She will take the names. And next week we're going to have Alicia's going to be moderating alone, because Jennifer's going to be she's going to be in Florida. Her and her family are going to see the mouse, and I am sure that my little granddaughter Autumn is going to be in seventh heaven. We were supposed to go, but between my issue with my my leg, and just a lot of different things, finances, and just my husband's work, we just couldn't swing it, so we are not going. And I don't think I could handle it with my leg right now anyway. So what I'm doing, this is a 3D embossing folder because it has the dies inside of it. So I'm going to lay this on my number 1 plate, and we're just going to cover it with our number 4 plate, which is that specialty plate. And that comes with your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. When you buy this machine, you get everything you need to do all of your cutting and embossing. And you're going to see just how neat it is to have those hybrid embossing folders. I'm going to run this through twice, just in case. The first time I ran it through, when I was doing this, I didn't get a good cut. I'm just hoping nothing slipped on it that time. Let's move this. Rita, Stampin' Up! Does have a lot of rules when it comes to their demonstrators, and the reason they do that is they pay me to represent their company. And in representing their company, right now it's their promotion to give away the celebration items. So they don't want the demonstrators to be giving away what they are encouraging people to make a purchase to get. So me as a demonstrator, I probably buy more product than what the average person would. So that's the reason for that rule. And you know, I didn't understand it when I first started, but then I got to thinking about it. If I owned a company and I had you working for me, I wouldn't want you to be giving away my product without my approval, if that makes sense. So I would have to set rules for things like that as well. So once I looked at it like that, I totally get what they're doing. And I understand their rules, and I don't have a problem abiding by their rules. They want me to use their products. They don't want me to promote Tim Holtz. They don't want me to promote Gina K. You know, they don't want me to advertise another company's product when they're paying me to represent their product. And 2, I would be cutting off my nose to spite my own face if I'm selling a product that I'm not, or promoting a product that I'm not getting any commission off of. So it's a win-win. So I don't mind the rules. In fact, I get it. So when you lift this die off, look what you get. I'm going to lift this paper out, and then I'm going to get this beautiful little frame like that. And I'm going to have all of these little pieces that are going to fit in onto my piece. But what makes it even better is if you do it in a contrasting color. So I just cut that one so I could show you. I'm going to lay those over there because I am going to need those in just a minute. I'm going to bring back over, oh, and I just dropped all my, it's itty bitty pieces. And these are pieces that I'm going to be cutting in a few minutes, and I had them stuck inside. You know what, since I've already cut that, I don't think I need to cut it again. I'm going to emboss this. I'm just going to emboss my card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this over this embossing folder. Let's see if we can line it up right down here. Something like that. I'm going to fold it over. This is one of the few times I push my embossing folders through this way. Normally I put my embossing folders always with the closed end first, but in a case like this I have to run it through this way. So I'm just going to come over here and run this through real quick on my machine, and then I'll bring it right back over. What I'm doing this time, I'm not cutting, I'm just embossing. And that's the good thing about the hybrid embossing folders. You can cut with it, with the die in it, or you can just emboss with it. So embossing, this is what we get. And that's going to be the front of our card. Isn't that beautiful? I love all that grain that you're getting here. So pretty. Y'all see that? So I'm going to lay my embossing folder. Now those pieces that I cut out a while ago out of that crumb cake, these are going to be beautiful on here. So all we have to do is fit them to the spot where they go. And I think that one goes there. This one right here is going to go here. This one is going to go right here. The big one is going to go right here, and then maybe I did mess up. This one goes here. Let's see if I can get it in the right position. And then this right here. Yeah, talking about the Stampin' Up! Rules and regulations, there have been a lot of demonstrators that's left because they felt confined to having to use Stampin' Up! Products, but it really doesn't bother me. There are times that I like to use something else. I can use other products as long as it doesn't conflict with sorry, I had to pick up a piece of cardstock I dropped. As long as it doesn't conflict. If it's something, like I can very easily tell you about the Brothers Scan and Cut because that's something Stampin' Up! Doesn't carry. So say, for example, if I wanted to take these bits and pieces over and have my Scan and cut those out, I can do that and I wouldn't be breaking any rules and it would be fine. If I was using a product that they didn't, I couldn't very well bring in the Misty stamp positioner because we have a stamp positioner. So it's my job, it would be counterproductive for me to promote another product like that. But I can bring in, they don't have a plastic ruler, so I can bring in Tim Holtz ruler. I use this ruler all the time because I love it. If they came out with a ruler, I would use their ruler, but right now their grid paper is all they have. I like my Tim Holtz ruler, so I will continue to use it. I won't promote a different brand of ink. They don't have a Versamark ink, which is a VersaFine ink. They have Versamark and they have Memento. I do bring this in sometimes to use because it is a pigment. It's a pigment ink. Their inks are all dye inks. So I will bring this in every so often when I need a pigment ink, because they don't carry a pigment ink. They have a StazOn, which is a solvent ink, but they don't have a pigment. So things like that I do and have no qualms with it whatsoever. All right, let's go ahead, and what I want to do with this, because I want these to look dimensional, and I think I even want to, and I didn't put this on the thing because on my sheet, but I think I want to bring in a little bit of soft suede and my beige and brown blending brush. I'm also going to grab a piece of paper, and I think I'm just going to grab a piece of white copy paper for this. I didn't do this on the first card because I used the darker pieces on the lighter. This time I wanted to do it different. I wanted to kind of bring this in, and I'm just going to tap into my soft suede ink, and I'm going to tap off, and then I'm going to come in from the side, and I just want to put a little bit of a color on this, just to kind of give it just a little more texture. Now look at the difference. That is a big difference in the two, in the way they look. I think that adds a lot more to it. So I'm going to do the same thing here, and I'm going around the edges first. If you have not tried the Stampin' Up! The blending brushes, these things are the bomb. They blend so easy, and I think I've told y'all this before. I do not wash mine. I've heard some demonstrators say they take theirs to the sink and wash them with soap and water, but I did that to one of mine, and I didn't like the way it left my bristles. They weren't left soft and pliable. They got kind of almost like a matty feel to them, and I didn't like it. So I don't do that anymore. When I'm done with my brush, I clean it off on my scrap paper, and then I just rub it really good to get all the ink off of it, and I put it back up in my little holder, and the next time I use it, it's ready to go. And I do have one for each color family, not for every ink. I have one for my greens, and one for my blues, and one for orange, and one for reds, and I just have the different families of color, not each individual color. That would be like 50 brushes. No way. That's just way too much, but it works just having one for each color family. So I love these brushes. They're so smooth, and they just do so. They even edging. If you just wanted to do like edging like that, they do a wonderful job just edging around the edge of something like that. So got a little bit more on that one than I wanted, but that's okay. You know what we'll do? Trees are not perfect, and when you cut them, sometimes they're darker in some places than they are others. So you know what? We're just going to go with that. But I do like putting a little bit of color on these. I think it really does add a lot. And oh, I wanted to let y'all know, anybody that, yeah, I think it does too, Rita. It makes a big difference. Any of y'all, whether you're one of my girls in one of my demonstrators that's under me, if anyone purchased that magnetic plate that goes with the, what did I do with mine? I just had it. Oh, here it is. If anybody purchased this, they had a recall on it. Stampin' Up! Decided to pull it from the market, and it's no longer available. If you purchase this, be on the lookout in your email that that you use with your Stampin' Up! Business, because you will get a coupon. It will be you want to be able to write that down. Hey Brenda, how are you? You want to make sure you write that coupon number down, and when you place your next order, after you put everything in, you'll see a place for a coupon. You can put that in, and it will take off what you spent on this plate, and your email will tell you what you spent on it, because I got mine for half price, so I didn't get full price. It was one of my 50% off items that I got. So whatever you paid for it, if you paid full price for it, you'll get full price back for it. So and you don't have to send the plate back. It's yours to keep. So I'm still using mine. Some people say theirs isn't working so good. Oh, let me show y'all what I do with my brush. This is how I clean my brush. I just go around and around in little circles, back and forth, up and down, around and around. And see, I've gotten quite a bit of ink off of it. I do it again and again. Now I just take this brush and hang it back over in my little, I got a little thing that I keep my brushes in. And that brush is ready to go next time. So let's go ahead and build these back on here. So I know that this big one goes right here. I know. Rita, the recall on the mat, some people had complained that the mat was not performing the way they felt that it should. And if Stampin' Up! Gets enough of complaints over a product, they will pull it and refund everybody that purchased it, because they want their products to be top-notch, top of the line, and they don't want people to have problems with them and complain about the product. So they automatically pull it if anybody says it's not working. It's just not, you know, performing like they felt that it should. And that's what happened. Now, maybe some people had some problems with theirs. I have not had any problems with mine. And I am so glad that I ordered it. I just feel bad that other people, in fact, I had one of my girls that lost a sale because a lady wanted the machine, but she wanted the magnetic plate. And my girl called me and she said, why can't she get the magnetic plate? And I had to explain to her that it had been recalled because it was not performing. She said, will you use yours? And I said, yeah. I may have to stop using mine because, you know, people see it and they want it. And that's normal. We're a culture of people that when we see a product being used and we want it, you know, we want what we want. And I'm sorry, this is the second time that Stampin' Up! Has pulled their magnetic mat. The one that they had last time did not work for me either. And I was glad that they did pull that one. But this one, I haven't had any trouble with it. Now maybe I will down the road. I did notice when I showed it to y'all a while ago, it has bowed a little bit. And maybe that's what some others, if you notice right here, it looks like it's trying to separate. And that might have been the problem. I don't know, but so far I have not. I mean, it's a nice big heavy plate, but I do notice that the magnetic edge looks like it's kind of bowing right there. So I'm thinking that might have been the problem that they were having, and maybe it will eventually come apart there. I'm not sure. But again, Stampin' Up! Is not going to leave a product out there that is not performing like it should. I did. Hey, Carmina, how are you? And Jennifer keeps reminding me, Brenda, that you're here, and I just told her that I had said hello to you when I saw that you had come in. I think she missed it because she's busy in the background trying to get links and stuff in, so she doesn't always pay attention to who I say hi to, but she does a really good job of trying to let me know as people come in so that I don't miss anybody, and I do appreciate her for that. So y'all let Jennifer know how much you appreciate the fine job she does at putting the links in for y'all, and also letting me know as y'all come in so that I can acknowledge that you're here. Sometimes it's so easy for me to overlook because it's hard for me to concentrate on this, to talk to y'all about whatever questions happen to come up or comments that you make, and also you know, concentrate on trying to get this done right. So, oh my goodness. Yes, I'm over here multitasking, but at least I'm not floundering. Yes, floundering, that's the word, like I was last week. Oh my word. Last week, I told everybody, or I told several of y'all, that after the video was over, I had to go crawl in the corner and lick my wounds for a little while. And finally I crawled out and I said, okay, I'm gonna get this. If it kills me, I'm gonna get this card down. And that's why I came back and redid that card and made it that Christmas card. And I'm so glad I did, because I can tell you now, I can make that card with my eyes closed. And it is such a beautiful card, and it is a card that I know I will use over and over and over. So If you have not tried it, go back and grab that second video. Don't look at the live. Look at the second video where I did the Christmas card. And I know that you will be very pleased with it, as well as I was, because I even made sure I made a diagram in the PDF file for y'all so that you can see exactly where you lay everything, exactly the way you cut everything, because it is my goal in coming here with my lives and my recorded videos to teach y'all to the best of my ability how to make pretty things. That's why y'all come. You want to learn something. And when I feel like I fail to teach you, it really, really hurts my heart. And my heart was broken last week. All right, these are pieces that I pulled from the paper. The little, these look like cat o' nine tails, or you could call them little mushrooms, whichever. This cute little house, and let's see, on this one I did a different group of the mushrooms. I might go back and pull those. I really like those. Let me pull my paper pack back out here. Let's see, which piece was it? Was it this one? Nope. Let me put those scissors down before I stab myself. It was this piece. Okay, you can see it's got mushrooms, you've got leaves, you've got little butterflies, little stems and branches and different things. I mean, this paper is gorgeous. It does have a fall feel to a degree, but it also has a spring feel. So, I mean, it could be either or. But I love these houses. Look at this page of little houses, and all of these houses can be cut out. I used this one on my first one, and I'm using this one on the card we're making today. So I think I'm going to go back and let's leave that piece out for just a minute. I'm going to cut this little group of mushrooms because it's bigger. So when I do that, I just take my paper snips and I go in. I try to cut around, so when I'm going in to get what I want, I try to cut around some of the other items in case I ever want to cut them. And then I just go around, something like that, and then just cut this off around like that. I love it when you have paper that you can cut pieces out. That butterfly, I would love to do the butterfly, but I didn't like the way he turned out. I don't think it's a pretty butterfly, so I might look for a butterfly and actually stamp one and die cut it if I can find one. If not, we'll just go with something different. There's lots of other elements we can use out of this paper. So, all right, the first thing I think I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this little house out. And I'm just going to fussy cut around. Yes, I could have went to my Scan and Cut and used it, and it probably would have made life a lot easier. But for anyone who doesn't have a Scan and Cut, you know, this is very even lines. It's not hard to cut out. So I think most anybody could cut this out without any problems. Now I am going to cut around this little greenery and leave it in front of the house, just like that. And I'm going to put this piece right here. Then I think I'm going to cut these off across the bottom here. And I'm just going to trim around these. I'm not going to take a whole lot of patience with these. I'm just going to kind of bubble cut around. I think that in fussy cutting, a lot of times we get too caught up and everything has to be absolutely perfect, just like it was die cut. But it doesn't have to be perfect. Just go in, do your best, cut around your piece. You know, if it doesn't come out quite the way you like it, get a marker and just edge around the edge of it. Y'all know how to do that. If you don't, I'll show you. And it will make it look like If you've got a Sharpie, you don't even have to have a professional marker. Let me find my little Sharpie. Oh, I know it's over here somewhere. Here it is. If you've got a Sharpie marker like this, and most everybody's got one of these, always do it from the back, because if you slip, you'll mark on the back and not the front. But just go around your piece like this. And y'all probably already know this. If you've been doing paper crafting, you've seen many, many, many demonstrators and crafters do this. But when you outline the edge of it like that with black, it takes away from any flaws that you might have incurred in your cutting. And this is just another little trick of the trade. And see, I did slip just a minute, and if I'd have been on the front, I would have marked on my piece, and you don't want that. So just always make sure that you're facing your pen to you and not away from you, but to you. We'll come around right there a little bit more. And there you go. Look how nice that looks. And it focus in. Yeah, there we go. So, you know, and I didn't show any, let's see, I didn't glue that one down. Okay. I done got way ahead of myself, haven't I? All right, let's get some Stampin' Dimensionals on this one. I thought I had a pack of dimensionals out, and I'm sure they might be under my laptop. I mean my little tablet here. I know I had them a few minutes ago. Yeah, here they are. I found them. See? I had to twist that around to figure out which camera I was on, didn't I? Oh my goodness. Well, like I said, I want to thank Marlene so much for challenging me to that card, because yes, I may have struggled with it, but I am so glad I did. And I hope y'all enjoyed the process. Not just the process of watching me blunder, but the process of seeing that, you know, we all make mistakes. We all make boo-boos, and we just have to keep going and hopefully learn from our mistakes and make things much better. I'm doing the same thing with these little leaves. I'm just going to cut around them. Just kind of a little bubble cut. And around here. The main thing that I would love for y'all to take from anything that I do in crafting is don't ever give up. You know, quitting is not what we do. We persevere and we keep going, because that is what makes us crafters. And I have to admit, since I had my procedure done on my leg, I've seemed like I've lost a little bit of my mojo, but I'm trying to get it back. I'm gonna go onto Pinterest this afternoon, and I'm gonna see if I can do a little bit of searching and see if I can come up with some new and fresh ideas. That's why I said, if y'all have any, if you've seen a card, I don't care how difficult it is, if you've seen a card that you would like me to break down and try to teach you how to make, please, please, please send me the picture, the link, the video, whatever. Just let me know whose channel it's on or where you saw it, whatever, and I am up for the challenge, and I never back away from a good challenge. Jennifer can attest to that. Jennifer knows her mother well, as well as many of you. Y'all know that, you know, I love a challenge. I love to see if I can conquer. I always say divide and conquer. That's what we do, right? Oh, Carmina's leaving. Bye, Carmina. You have a blessed day too, honey. You take care. I just noticed that she was leaving. I'm taking my time with this piece because it's got a lot of little tiny pieces on it, but I love this red that's on it, so I'm trying to get as much of this trimmed out as I can. I told my husband, I said, I have sat so much with my leg up that I told him I thought I was getting what is it, couch sores or butt sores from sitting so much. I think I want that to kind of lay on top of that. Huh? No, my nursing student said they're pressure ulcers, but bed sores is what I've always known them as. But of course, with her being a nursing student, has anybody, speaking of nurses, has anybody seen Marsha lately? I did send her an email. I know she commented on one of my videos, but I have not seen Marsha in a while. And I'm really concerned. I know she takes care of her husband, who is an invalid. And I'm just hoping that everything is going well for her. If anybody sees her or hears from her, be sure to tell her that I was asking about her. She's another one of my longtime followers and supporters. She had been following me and supporting me from when I had my store, way before Stampin' Up. So, along with so many other of you that were doing the same thing. This may be another one of those that I'm going to ink around it because this one's not cutting as nice and neat as I would like it. That's okay. Where's that little magic marker at? Right here. Not magic marker, but Sharpie. So I am going to just go around here a little bit. Just enough to knock that white down a little bit. So, like I said, I go back to see my doctor for my veins on Friday. And, yeah, Bella's in the floor snoring, y'all. You know she always is. Bless her. Alright, I'm gonna put that one there. And I think I am going to try my hand at this little butterfly one more time. You know, practice makes perfect. So let's see if we can get him out this time a little bit better than I did the first time. I was going to try to stamp one, but I'd have to search for a stamp set, and I didn't do that prior to the live, so oops. Oh, Margie, you started following me as soon as my channel started, way back when I was still moderating for Bill and Tracy. And I still pop in every now and then on theirs, but I stay so busy with my own that I barely have time to do anything else. When I do watch videos, I'm usually watching other Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, trying to get ideas and inspiration from them. So a lot of times I'll pop into Bill and Tracy's every now and then just to say hey, but I don't have the time to go in and, you know, moderate for them. Sometimes their videos just run a lot longer than I can commit to, for one thing. So my dog's always snoring, Rita. Yeah, Brian's been with me for a long time too. I think Brian came over from Bill and Tracy's and became a part of my channel from the get-go, and so many of y'all just have been with me for so long, even back when I had my own little Stampin' Up, I mean not Stampin' Up, but my own little craft store. And you know, this whole ordeal with Stampin' Up came to me right at the right time, because all of my vendors was requiring, because that was right about when COVID hit, and they were requiring me to make these humongous purchases of like $5,000 to $10,000 worth of product in order to give me the discount. And I don't have that. I was not that big of a person. I didn't have a warehouse. My warehouse was my dining room, and that doesn't look too bad, does it? Now we just got to glue the rest of these things down, and we'll be ready to call this card done. Do I want to? I think I do. I think I want to stick these down with dimensionals. So I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna use the bigger ones. Won't take as many. So where I need the little ones, I'll use them. But all in all, I think the big ones will do the trick, especially on these larger pieces. Get that sticky off of my scissors before I have a mess. Yeah, it's been almost, now it's been about 3 years, I believe, since I started my YouTube channel. So it's definitely been a while, and you know, things have grown, things have progressed. I have advanced in so many ways. But all of y'all have come along with me, and I am just thrilled to have all of y'all as part of my crafty family. Because I don't feel like y'all are viewers. I feel like y'all are part of my family. And I worry when I don't see y'all, just like I said with, yeah, you did, Brenda. I remember. You ordered from me quite a bit. It was amazing. And you know what did me in? Those Nuvo markers. Y'all remember the problem I had with those Nuvo markers. Oh my word. That was unreal. The fact that they were not standing behind their markers. They were trying to, but they were getting those markers from China. Which I know a lot of stuff comes from China, but I also learned during my ordeal of all that not all China products are created equal. You have your Dollar Tree China products, and you have your Saks Fifth Avenue China products. And they were definitely using the Dollar Tree ones on those markers. So when they switched and got a different manufacturer, I noticed things increased, or they got better with the markers. But by then, I was out of business. And so many people were so disappointed with me because of those markers. I was beside myself. Because the last thing I want to do is sell a bad product to someone. And I will tell you this. I don't worry about that with Stampin' Up. All right, there's the front of our card. All right, hang on for me 1 minute. Jennifer's asking me a question. Hey, Phyllis. Oh, congratulations, Brian. Congratulations. Yeah, I think you and I both started our channel right about the same time, if I'm not mistaken. You might have been a video or so ahead of me. I'm going to put a small something right here. I'm not sure what. I think I'm going to use one of the stamps out of this packet. But I think what I want it to say, I think love and warmth, because doesn't the front of that card look like love and warmth to you? But it definitely needs a sentiment. So let's do love and warmth. And I'm going to decide what color I want this on. Rita, they manufacture as much of their product as they possibly can. Now, there are some of their products that do come from China, but they make sure that the Chinese manufacturers are high-end. They do not get their product from the low-end manufacturers. That's a very good question. I researched that quite a bit. Thank you, Jennifer. I think this card is cute too. I love it. So far, so good, huh? I'm going to cut this down real quick for my mat. So this is going to be 4 by 5 1/4 for our inside mat. And then I want to figure out what color would be a cute color cardstock on the out. And you know, for some reason I'm wanting to do a balmy blue because I want to put that stamp Love and Warmth like right here. And I think I'm going to grab my balmy blue, or no, balmy blue paper. I'm going to get a piece of balmy blue. Yeah, I think that'll really bring those other colors together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this first, and I'm going to get my Stampin' Pierce mat. That's my Pierce one. I bought 2 of these things so I would have one for stamping and one for piercing, because I don't want to get holes in my one for stamping, and I don't want to get ink on my one for piercing. So does that make sense? I'm going to use some, I told y'all I'm going to use my pigment ink for this. I don't pull that out really often, but I am today. And where's my stamp block? I had one already out. Oh well, I'll grab another one. I don't have a few. Yeah, they make a lot of their Stampin' Up! Products. I know all of their paper is made in the United States. As much of their stamps are United States made. I think their markers, I believe their dyes are all U.S. product. I do know that their Stampin' Blends are made in China, but again, they are not made from a low-end company, because those markers are absolutely the bomb. Now, I wonder if I can find a die that we could use. I'm going to use these deckled rectangular dies. I hadn't pulled these out, but I'm thinking I might. Phyllis, my leg is doing really good. I'm still having to be careful sitting too very long. I can sit with it down for maybe an hour or 2, but then I have to put it up. I do see my doctor on Friday, so we'll see what he has to say. Alright, I'm going with something different. The layering diorama dies might be cute for this. Let's see if this small one will cut that out. You know what I did? I stamped it too close to the edge. Alright. There's always a way to... Thank you so much for asking, Phyllis. I appreciate that. I am doing a lot better than I had anticipated doing, because I was a little bit on the nervous side having the surgery, because when they're messing around with your veins, you know, to me that's kind of the scary thing, especially when it's a main artery that carries the blood down your leg back up to your aorta, which takes it up to your heart. But what happened, I had reflux. The blood would go down, but it couldn't make its way back up. So that's why they had to... what I'm doing, y'all, so you'll know, I stamped this too close to the edge to use this die, and I think this diorama die would be really cute, and it will fit over this, but it won't fit over it with it where it's stamped. So I'm just going to cut that out and then restamp it, which works. It works for me. Alright, so now we've got our little piece cut out. We can figure out which way we want to put it on our card, and then we can go from there. So I'm going to lay that over there with my diorama dies, and then I'm going to look and let's see how we want this to lay on here. Maybe I don't want it like that. Okay, I'm throwing things around, y'all. Maybe I just want to cut around it. So what if I do this? My little wiggly wiggly. I call this my wiggly wiggly cutting. I love to do that with word sentiments. Just do that little wiggly wiggly all the way around it. It makes it look like it's been almost torn. I just love it. I think it looks cute. And we're dealing with wood trunks, right? So it should look a little bit, a little torn and tattered and. What's that, Jennifer? Jennifer is fussing at me, y'all. She said, I have her in my ear in case y'all are wondering how am I knowing what she's saying. She hunted through the catalog for the layering diorama dies so she could put it in for me, and then she said, and you didn't even use it. How dare you? She should know by now that I am so indecisive. She should know this, right? Right. All right, I'm going to pop that up right about there. I think that would look really cute. And then we've got our mat cut for the inside. How are we doing on time? We're doing pretty good. It's going to be about an hour and 15 minutes, maybe. So that's going to go right there. And I'm just going to use some Stampin' Seal and do this for the inside. But before I do that, let's do let's do our little cat of nine tails, and we can put those right there in the corner. And then I got these little pieces like that. So I am going to stamp my stems first. Let me clean my stamp. I didn't wash my chamois and I didn't wet it, so I'm going to use this is our Stampin' Scrub. I didn't put that in either, Jennifer. Our Stampin' Scrub is so great. You can spray it with your cleaner, and you can reactivate your cleaner quite often just by spritzing it with some water. And I've already got cleaner on here, so this is going to really clean, because it's like little loops of Velcro, and it gets all up into the crannies of your die, your stamp, and you dry on one side and wash on the other, and it's a nice big, you can see how big that is. It is a nice big piece, but it folds up, and it's easy to stick over into a storage area like that. So I love that thing. It's so neat. So I'm going to pull this stamp off, and I'm going to grab my Early Espresso, and let's pick this up, and I'm going to ink right here, something like that. No, it's the Stampin' Scrub. Jennifer's asking me what product that was. Phyllis, wait a minute. She can't fire me. She works for me. Now, she really doesn't work for me. She volunteers for me. She could quit on me any day. She will not, like I told y'all earlier, she will not be here next week. But Alicia's going to be here, and I know she's going to do an awesome job. So I'm going to do my best to get everything to her as early as I possibly can, so she'll have everything that she needs. Now see how these are going to sit over top of that? This is that two-step stamping that I love. I got to bring that Stampin' Scrub back out again. Now excuse me while I grab a tissue. My allergies are kicking with the weather the way it's been. I don't suffer from spring or fall allergies. I just suffer with allergies all year round. Oops, wrong side. That's my wet side. And that's my dry side. I'm going to lay that over there and then pick these up. And I think I'm going to do these in Sweet Sorbet. What do y'all think? Won't Sweet Sorbet look pretty? And y'all know I had Sweet Sorbet out because I kind of thought I was going to use this somewhere. So what you want to do when you do this is just line it up right over top of your piece, stamp it down, and up. Isn't that cute? Kind of ties the outside of the card to the inside of your card. And then we're going to do one more thing. So, what did I do? Here we go. I'll clean that red off of that stamp really quick. Again, your photopolymer stamps will stain. You can see they're stained, but they are clean. You're going to have staining on photopolymer stamps. There's not too much you can do about that. So I can't do too much about getting ink on your fingers either. As you can see, I have red ink on my fingers. All right. So now for the inside, my inside sentiment, I'm going to use out of the same set, and I think I'm going to put Thinking of You. I love to do Thinking of You cards because, you know, everybody loves to hear that you're in their thoughts and their prayers and that you care about them. We all like to be thought of and cared for. It's our human need. And I'm going to do this in the Early Espresso. So stamp it up. And then let's see if we can get that centered right about here. Very pretty. I love the combination of those colors. I think they go together so well. All right. So now, let's get our stamp and seal. Turn this bad boy over and get that going. And am I almost out? It's not wanting to. I wasn't turning my wrist, y'all. I gotta practice what I preach. Isn't that right, Brenda? Is Brenda still here? Brenda's the one that hates this stuff. She said she tried it and she hates it. I wasn't a fan either until I finally learned the trick behind using it. And now I love my Stamp and Seal. But I like the Plus. I'm not a fan of the regular Stamp and Seal. Alright, so I'm going to take and lay this right inside my card. Oh, not quite there. I want it centered. There we go. And one more thing, I want to put a little piece of something on the front. I want some of this baker's twine. And I'm thinking I'm going to go around one of these little ditties. And then I'm going to tie a knot. This is my linen thread. I love this linen thread, and I think this looks so good on this type of card because it has such a natural feel. So what I want to do is make sure I'm getting it all the way around that piece that's sitting up. What it's going to do, it's going to catch into that those Stampin' Dimensionals, so it's going to look like it's a bow just floating here in the middle of it, and I think that's going to be really cute. So I'm going to tie one. Thank y'all so much for the compliments. And then I'm going to double tie another bow over top of that. Since I've got the twine to do it with, so I'm going to tighten that down. Then I'm going to pull these loops to make them a little bit smaller. And then I'm going to cut these little tails about to here. And about to here. And I don't think this card needs anything else. Isn't that cute? I think it's a very unusual card, and yet I love that wood grain feel to it, and the fact that it looks like it just looks like the woods. I love it. I think it turned out really, really super cute. Okay, enough with the cards and the making and the crafting. Let's get to some giveaways. Oh yeah, that would make a pretty shadow box. Definitely. I love this. I think it's so cute. All right, let's go ahead and get our giveaway. We've got 3 giveaways. Our first one is going to be this pack of paper. The second one's going to be our little card that we made today. And then the third one is going to be this card that I made. I made this card a little while back, but nevertheless, I still think it's a beautiful card. So I hope y'all don't mind me giving away my cards to y'all and you don't feel like that's kind of a cheat. I hope y'all like, getting the cards as well as anything. I wish I had 10 or 15 nice prizes to give out every week, and maybe one day when I get bigger, the more customers I get, the more people I get under me. Thank y'all so much for the comments and the beautiful compliments that y'all give me on my card making. I do appreciate it, because sometimes when you make a card, when I made this one, I was like, oh my word, I know this, I wanted something like this, but this is not what I wanted it to look like. So I was like, this is all off size, this is not going to fit in an envelope. That one is not coming to anyone. That one will probably go in file 13 somewhere, but nevertheless, I hope Jennifer has all the names. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Alicia, Margie, Connie, oh my goodness, Rita, Brenda, all of y'all, Phyllis, Brian, y'all are so nice and so good to me. Where's my Marlene? Is Marlene still here? Susan, thank you so much. I'm trying to go back and make sure that I'm not missing any. Oh, you'll be right back. Okay. Oh, she got a call from her doctor. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and do the drawing for this. Jennifer, you have all the names? Susan is here. Susan, are you still here? Bernack? Yes, at 12:11 she said cute card, Kathy. So she was here then, so I assume she still is. Susan, if you're still here, just say hey and let Jennifer know if you want to be in the drawing. Thank you, Phyllis. Oh my goodness. Rita says, no file 13. It won't fit in an envelope unless I make an envelope for it, Rita. Maybe that's what I need to do. I need to make an envelope. Yes. Susan, do you want to be in the drawing? Is that yes, you do? Just give me another. Okay. All right. So you got her in the drawing. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. I'm glad you enjoy getting my cards. I get such positive feedback from all of you. Tina, is Tina still here? Now, I know Marlene is still here, but she had to step away for her phone call, so I'll make sure that she's in there as well. Yes, comments, every comment, just like hitting, I've got 19 watching, but I only have 3 thumbs up. So please go over and give me a thumbs up over on the like button under the video. Oh, Jennifer says she's showing I got 14. Maybe mine hasn't refreshed. So I'm trying to figure out how to refresh it. 19 is really good for me. So that is wonderful. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our winner for this pack of paper. Drum roll, and the winner is Brenda Hightower. Congratulations. And you don't have to send me your address because I've got you. All right, so the next thing is going to be the little card we made today. Okay, Connie, you are the winner of this card. Yay! Oh, you don't have to pass, Susan. You're in the drawing. No, you're not passing. You're here. Okay, so Connie is the winner of this card. And Connie, I have your address, so we don't have to worry about that. And now, last but not least, this little card. And the winner is Margie Ryan. Yay, congratulations. Congratulations. Margie. All right. These are our winners. Congratulations to Brenda Hightower, Connie Sorbzak, and Margie Ryan. Yay! All right, let me bop y'all over to where you can see me. Not that I think you want to see me, but it's always good to have a face I can actually feel like I'm talking to y'all. There we go. With my hair, whew, I must have sweated over that card because my hair is hanging in my face. I think my hair needs cutting again. What do y'all think? It's amazing when your hair is short how fast you notice the growth. When I wore my hair longer, way back in the day, it was, I didn't notice the growth like I do with it short. With it short, 4 weeks and I'm ready to go. I'm so glad y'all had fun. Yes, congratulations to all of our winners. I am so happy. I wish I had prizes to give to each and every one of you just for being here. But it is fun to win. So I am so happy for all of you, and I'm so glad that y'all spent an hour and 20 minutes with me. A little longer than I anticipated, but nevertheless, I am so glad you're here. I know everybody probably wants to run and go get some lunch, so I'm not going to hold you any longer. I just want to say, God bless and keep you. I love you guys more than you will ever know. And as I always say in closing, let everything that you do and everything that you say bring glory to our Father in heaven. He is so worthy. So until we craft again, y'all be good, take care, stay safe, and know that I love you. Bye-bye.